Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the show. I'm very happy to see you guys. We have a fucking amazing guest. One of my favorite comedians in the New York City area, genuinely one of the people who has inspired me artistically, but then in my business regimen and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the one and only Neko White.
My brother, my man. Appreciate the fuck out you, man.
No problem, brother.
I'm weird with like any nice words up front. You know what I'm saying? I can't even look at you.
This nigga bashful.
I'm telling you, nigga, all these good words is weird.
Yeah, bro, but
You know
you got to get used to it, man. It is what it is. I used to be like that as well, and then like people give me compliments, and my mom and my lady will all just say, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Take the compliment.
Right.
You know what
See,
I mean?
I can take a compliment, but it goes to like after it's said the second or third time where it's like, all right, thanks. I ain't got no more after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Good for you.
That's the appreciation I go to. Like, yo, thank you. After the third time, I don't want to sound like I'm being not genuine.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I
you
mean?
don't figure it's like, that's all I have. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the best way I know how to express that.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, and this is fucking amazing.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm in a studio somewhere in Brooklyn. If y'all haven't been here, because you do live shows here, right?
Yeah, no, so I don't, so I've done my album recording, 9421, people, look it up. But I did album recording, I've done my Fresh Face Friday, another amazing show that we've all done it in this studio.
Amazing.
Yes,
So,
this is 4+4 studio. Aaron, that's correct? 2 plus 2 studios. 2 plus 2 equals 4 studios. There it is. So now y'all know. That's a long story short. My
fuck
fault.
yeah, I say all that to say this is amazing, and I hope that y'all keep supporting this and keep supporting Babbitt.
Yes, thank you so much, man. You one of those people that, as we just talk in this interview style, I genuinely remember one early memory of you, which was I saw you at Caroline's. You were opening for Donnell Rollins. And I remember saying audibly in the back, I was sitting in the back, I think I was working the door at the time. And I said, this the nigga they're gonna compare me to. That was one of the first thoughts I had when I saw you, because I think I saw you maybe 2 more times after that.
Right.
But at the time, as people who don't know you or who will get to know you, you started young, same as I, but you started at 14, I believe.
14, yeah.
Yes, I started at 16. So at that time, there were no other young comics.
Right.
You were the only one for like the first maybe 4 years of my career that ever came up. So every other, and since I said that day, the first 4 years, I can tell you this personally, every gig you canceled, I got. I
Hilarious.
promise you. I promise you. Every gig where they said, there was 3 times where I remember someone saying, oh, we couldn't get Neko White. Hey, Alex Babbitt. Yeah. For the first like 4 years. Now it's not that anymore.
Right.
When I first started, bro, I remember getting a check. I got it was like a post-it. It was someone, and I knew you were supposed to be there because they just crossed out Neko White.
Funny.
Said Alex Babbitt, and then where the show was, there was like they put the artist on the screen.
Yeah.
And it was still you.
That's so funny. All right, so look, this is how long I've known Babbitt. I remember when I met you, it was at Caroline's, and you had hair.
Yeah. Well,
Right? Motherfucker had a full head of hair, and you came up and you spoke to me. I didn't remember the conversation like verbatim, but I remember speaking to you, right? Then I remember some time going by, and I saw you again. You know how certain people that you've seen, you go, they'll be around. Even when I met you that first time, I was like, this motherfucker's gonna be around. You know what I'm saying? You had that energy, like he ain't going anywhere. And sure enough, fucking stayed around.
Yeah, bro.
Stayed around. How many years now?
For me, it's 10 years.
10 years. Congratulations on
Thank
the
you,
first
brother.
decade.
Thank you, bro. And you
Fuck
are
yeah.
at what, 15, 14?
It'll be 14 in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah,
Solid,
bro.
man. Congratulations as well. So within that journey, man, you have not only inspired me, but inspired many other comedians. Like, you get brought up all the time. And I respect it because not a lot of young black artists get that type of respect in the game. You know what I mean? So it makes me wonder, like, one, how difficult was that for you? Because for me, you were the other young guy, but I don't know if there were others for you.
So for me, it's, how do I put this? As far as young in age is concerned, there were some people that were around my age, right? So when I started in 07, I didn't do the clubs immediately.
Okay.
I started in school. So for that first 6 months, September to April, I'm doing it in school 3 times a week. And I'm glad I did it that way because the mic scene in New York, if you want to have any type of confidence, starting stand-up, I would tell you to get up in front of real people. Right?
Yeah.
Because to get up in front of comedians could be a real soul-crushing experience. Especially back then, my nigga, because we were paying, what? We would pay for open mics.
$5.
$5 for 5 minutes.
Yep.
So I'm doing it in school 3 times a week, 4 if you add in the show that we would do at lunch.
Okay.
And I hadn't had a classically bad set.
Ah,
right?
Yeah.
So
home ruin advantage. Like,
not even that. It was just more so like I'm comfortable here.
Okay.
Even if it goes what could be like the worst it can go, I'm still the cool kid of the class. Because when I start talking, the teacher stops talking.
Oh, snap. Yeah, that much. That's crazy.
Well, it was one of those things where Miss Richardson, my teacher who let me try stand up, she would just give me like the last 10 minutes. I wasn't disruptive.
Yeah.
I mean?
So she knew what your interests were and just like supported that. That's amazing. Miss Richardson, you're amazing.
Shout out to Miss Rich, the fucking mother of my talent. But so the way it worked, I started on a whim. You know what I mean? We sitting in school, you know my boy Rodney. So we started talking shit. We were talking shit the whole day. So now I'm like, all right, in school I'd always been the funny kid, but I wasn't the class clown.
Rodney was.
Rodney definitely
Because I remember meeting him and be like, when I first met him, this is years ago, I was like, oh, he could have did it too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So me and him would split the show at lunchtime and all that shit. So I would do the first 15 minutes. He would do the second 15 minutes. What I didn't know was that he was taking the shit that he heard, like he would hear Chappelle say or what have you, right? So he bringing that shit to his side of the show. I'm bringing the shit that I'm writing, and I'm like, why this motherfucker hitting so much harder than I am? Bro, he had the shit about I'll never forget this. He had that he did the thing about
like it was his bit.
Yeah, he did the shit about what the fuck was it? The Sesame Street joke or whatever.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Chappelle did. And he set the fucking classroom on fire. I'm sitting there like, yo, I actually do it. What the fuck?
I do this, man.
I do this. I remember I asked him, I said, yo, can I borrow that one for the talent show?
You borrowed a borrowed joke.
Right. This nigga gonna go, yeah, man. But I say all that to say, fucking, I did it in school for that September, October, November, up to April. Then same teacher, she told me about open mics. I didn't even know what those shits were. Because I thought, like, you know, my favorite comics at the time were Martin Lawrence. Cat Williams is still one of my heroes to this day. But I thought all those folks went to, like, college for this shit. I thought you had to go to school.
Yeah.
You know,
I get it.
So I thought they all went to school. And I found out that they didn't, that you could just go start. I was like, fuck yeah. Because I liked the feeling of doing stand-up. Whatever it was, doing it that first time, I fell in love right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I picked it. It's not something that I thought I would do, but then when I started thinking about it, it does make sense. You know what I mean? Because you start hearing stories from like your parents and stuff like that. When I was like 2 or 3, my thing was I would sit around. I wouldn't say much, right? I'd listen to everything. And then I'd take it the exact way that I heard it and recite it to whoever listened. So my granddad was my first audience member. Fucking, my mom tells me these stories all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like 2, 3, wherever I was, you know what I'm saying, wherever she'd take me, I'd just sponge, take it all in, right? Then I'd go back to my grandmother's house. I'd take, there was a little white chair. I'd sit in front of my granddad's door, sit in that, and just tell him what happened through the day, just like I heard it. So if you were cursing, I was cursing.
Ah,
You know
snap.
if you,
Grandpa, you wouldn't believe these motherfuckers like
just like that. But like, not granddad, you wouldn't believe, but like this person said, that person said, and apparently he would sit there on the edge of his bed by the window and just laugh at the shit.
Wow.
Right? So I get to, like, if I start cursing, apparently that really tickled them or whatever. So stuff like that. Now I'm 2, 3 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Memories that I forgot back in like 5th grade. This elementary school, whenever we would have to write shit to read out loud, I chose to write stuff that was funny, right?
You always focused on it.
That was the thing that I tried to, you know, I knew I could stick out that way. So it got to a point where, all right, this funny story about Jackie Chan Adventures that I shared turned into, now we want Neko to read his story.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, you always had the good one.
Right, that's in 5th grade. Stand-up was something that I always watched. It was always around, like, and I didn't know why.
Who was the first one you remember watching?
Martin.
You watched his stand-up?
Yeah.
That's the odd thing because I don't think a lot of people know his stand-up first. I know everybody knows Martin because I didn't even know his stand-up first. I didn't know Martin and I didn't know Eddie Murphy. With stand-ups. I knew they were funny people, like who I very enjoyed, just like Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, they do stand-up? Because the only stand-ups I knew was Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle at the time. Because those were like clearly stand-ups.
See, all the sitcoms and all that stuff, I watched all of those. So I didn't know that, you don't know the terms as a kid. I didn't know what a comedian was. It just so happened that every sitcom I was watching, the lead was a comedian.
Yeah.
Black and white, whether it was as black as the Steve Harvey show, as white as Seinfeld. Every lead cast member was a stand-up.
Yeah.
So now you take that and you have me starting on the scene itself. There weren't that many other comedians that were my actual age.
Yeah.
Right? So for the longest, I didn't know anybody that was 15, 16. Then in 2010, I think it was, Chris DiStefano told me about Pete Davidson.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, there's this kid in Staten Island that's like 16. I was like, word, is he funny? He's like, yeah. I said, dope. I said, is he black? He said, no. I said, fuck yeah, dope. He'll never be in my way. I'll never be in his, right?
Yeah.
Then I met Pete and we became friends, and it was good to have that, to be able to see a motherfucker that was A, my age, and B, also working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the energy.
Yeah, to be taken serious when you start out young, like I don't know what it's like now. That might be something that's like,
I remember it. That shit was so difficult.
Yeah, because motherfuckers will really act like you not serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, it's like, no, I'm so serious. This facilitates every other part of my life.
This is the only thing I care about.
Right. And so it was always that. Whenever I started, and the thing was like, well, you young, you ain't gonna talk about anything. And it's like, well, I only care about issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was my go-to anyway.
Yeah.
Social studies was my favorite subject in school.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's my shit.
Very studious.
It never stopped being that. So when I would hear them say like, oh, well, you ain't gonna talk about nothing because you're young, I was like, well, I'm definitely gonna talk about something, right? And so I would always try to make sure I had something to say.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Even if it was, because I don't know what some of your earliest bits were, but did you, like now, you do a lot of social commentary, you talk about your family and stuff, but a heavy part of your set has always been social commentary. Did you do that at the beginning?
Yeah, it's always been that mix. It's always been a mix of those things. So it's always been social commentary and self-reflection and just and I try not to take myself too serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of them jokes are really just jokes. There's a joke about, like, title was The Awkward Moment, but true story, a friend of mine, Pops passed away. They were hurt about it. It's like, I really miss my dad. Out of instinct, I'm like, yo, just call his old cell phone. Listen to his voice on the answer machine. Bro did it. And like you heard his dad say, I'm not here right now. And we both looked at each other and fucking died laughing because it's like,
hilarious.
Fuck, I didn't. Damn, man, I'm sorry I didn't.
That's genuinely well funny.
Right. It's just good, clean fun,
Yeah.
right? So always tried to have that, always tried to have something in my set that if you were older than me, it made you go, okay, the little motherfucker does have some type of eyes on the world around him.
Yeah.
Always try to make sure if you saw me more than once, I had a new joke.
Had something different.
You know what I'm saying? Always wanted to make sure that you understood, like the people that watch me, right? That you understood that to me, the thing that mattered most was that A, you had a good time, and B, that you were willing to come to see me again.
You've always have given off the energy like you cared about your audience.
Very much so.
And to hear that, I kind of wonder, like, artistically, I've always looked at you as a person who seemed very studious. Are you when like you write jokes and like that kind of whole process of your craft?
When it comes down to that side, because again, it comes to being taken serious and all that stuff. So you always end up fighting like the shit that was put on you when you started.
When you early on,
right?
Yep.
So early on, like people see like me now, and I chill how I chill, but people assume that the respect or whatnot has always been. No, motherfucker, I was 14 and shorter than everybody.
Oh, you got told. Who told me that? Pudge Fernandez?
Yes.
Pudge told me, he's like, man, when I first met Neko, he was this tall.
Yeah, man.
Then like one summer, like regular kid shit.
Right.
6 foot, cause you 6'2"?
I'm 6'3".
6'3".
So I'm 6'3". I wasn't too much taller than my mom, bro. I was like 5'8". You You know what I'm saying? 5'9".
Yeah.
So I truly did grow up in comedy. So starting at the mics, again, everybody's older than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've always been, like, whatever this is, I've always been this at every level, but it ain't as sharp as it's going to be. Like,
Of course.
this is way sharper than what it was in '08. You know? So '08, and I had a stage name. Confident. I'm from Harlem and mixed with the Bronx.
Yeah, the stage name was the stage name. I didn't know.
The Junior King of Comedy, Neko White.
The Junior King. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
You made a host say, coming to the stage, the Junior King of Comedy.
Neko White. Now, here's the thing, right? Because it sounds crazy, but when you actually know the story, it makes so much sense.
Okay.
So the Kings of Comedy and all that were big for me. They were big inspirations for me. Bernie Mac is like damn near a parental figure for me.
Hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? So as far as like, you know, just watching
I know
the
what you
show,
mean. I know you got your parents and shit.
Yeah, but you know, motherfuckers be like, you ain't know Bernie Mac. I did.
Yeah.
But for me, everybody that I saw, whatever their claim was, they claimed it. You know what I'm saying? The original Kings of Comedy. I'm like, oh shit, that's a title.
Yeah.
Cat Williams, the underground king of comedy. Oh shit, that's a title. Chris Rock, one of the best. Like, everybody that I was a big fan of had a title.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a kid, bro. I'm a kid. It's
Taking that shit in.
we got titles. I create video game characters all the time. I got a title. They the Kings of Comedy. Okay, well, I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? They older. Those are all men in their 40s. Well, I ain't 18 yet. Let me go with Junior.
Hilarious. You was about to be Neko White, the Super Saiyan King of Comedy.
Goddamn right.
That's fucking...
No blonde hair, no blue eyes, though.
Black man.
Black man.
That's very dope. That's very dope. And it shows the insight you had at such an early age. Well, to not only even start stand-up, but then also to notice those little key points of great, because I think it's a key point of greatness, is the legend you saw. He's like, I want to be like them.
Oh man, 100%. You talk, like, even when I talk about those, because stand-up's like sports for me. If I really get into like you've had these.
I'm in the same energy.
When we get to actually talking about comedy, like, I love those people that said it and proved it, right?
Yeah.
Or didn't say anything and just showed you. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams being like the guy when I started, and he's kind of in that weird timeline too, because he was right before Kevin Hart and a little bit after Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
But Cat made you understand that, no, you're going to have to respect me. It doesn't matter what you want to do, you're going to have to respect me, because I'm going to show you that you have to respect me.
And he had the whole, because he had a whole image. Like, he was one of the very few comedians that built the thing around, you know what I mean? Like, the showmanship.
I love that, though. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite, I love entrances and I love exits.
Okay.
Right? Love those things. And one of my favorite entrances to a comedy special is it's Pimpin'. Cat walks out, the that song hits with Andre 3000 and Pimp C. What's it called? Trying to get choked.
Yeah.
Whatever. He comes out, fucking dance, takes his jacket, throws it into the crowd. I'm like, nigga, oh, that's it right there.
Yeah. Cat Williams wanted to be a wrestler. Like, he
Yeah,
got wrestler energy.
Bro, so did I. You know what I mean?
You had a mask.
Nigga, full Hulk Hogan, all this. So to then like start, and it was every day. So my thing was, all right, I know I have some type of aptitude, right? But I'm not going to rest on that. I know that I'm young. These older motherfuckers like, oh, you got time. Nigga, I done been to 5 funerals this year.
The truth.
And I ain't 15 yet. You understand?
Yes.
So whenever they would be like, oh, you got time, I didn't see it that way. I saw it as, I came up, and if it's 40 kids that grew up here, 15 of them are in jail.
Yeah.
Right? The other 10 are about to go to jail. And the rest of us, and you start counting yourself as a part of that, you go, well, the rest of us, well, shit. We can only be but so safe, but so you start worrying
just a matter
about
of time.
Shit. Well, right, bro.
I get it.
There would be times where I was at shows and motherfuckers would be like, oh man, the kid really loves some comedy. No, I love comedy.
Yeah.
But my mom just called me and said, where you at? Oh, Mom, I'm at Laugh Lounge. All right, stay there, they shoot.
That's wild.
All right, cool, I got you.
But I get it.
I got you. I'll stay down here a little longer. I used to have not a floor pan, but like a plan of routes on how to get places. Nah,
The
because
don't get murdered plan.
well, you know, you do your best.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a time where, like 2010 to like 2012,
12 or something.
to where it was like a street war. You know what I'm saying, going on. And I'm not involved in none of that shit, but you're involved in your own safety.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing. This is before Citizen App and all that shit. So it's like, if it's hot on Park Avenue, if it's hot on Madison, if it's hot on Lexington, if I'm walking, I'm gonna take Fifth Avenue down. Because for some reason, Fifth Avenue is close to Central Park. Seems like don't nobody go over there for no bullshit. I'll take that to 90-something Street.
You'll go all the way around.
All the way around the bullshit.
Yeah, I get it.
Right?
Yep.
And that was the way I did it. When I was not making any money doing stand-up, bro, I would walk the spots. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was, let's say my mom would give me $10 on top of the day. I'd take that, bacon, egg, and cheese early in the morning.
$2.50.
You know what I'm saying? Snack for me, whatever the fuck.
Down to like $8 left. Like
Down to $8,
yeah.
right? Now you got the bus pass. Now the bus pass is gonna get me from school to the open mic. Then from the open mic to wherever the first show is.
Yeah, that's
now,
it.
After the first show,
Depending on time, because it cancels.
I
remember, this is stuff you only know if you started stand-up in school.
Yeah. Well, also this, I remember like Giannis Pappas, right? My mom hated Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I love Giannis. Shout out to you to this day, man. Love you to death. He's one of the first like headliners that I seen. You know how in the scene you have like your closers at the time. So at this time, around 2010, 2011, Giannis was like the go-to closer.
Okay.
You feel me? So any like little odd room or whatever, he would go up and do like a fucking hour in 10 minutes. Just banging a fucking audience, right? So now it's my Regents week. My Global History Regents is tomorrow. We in Queens. Bro, we've been in Queens since like 8 o'clock. Pudge Fernandez, funny that you mentioned him. It was his show. Giannis is closing. I'm just doing the spot, but it's in Queens. You know, I go down there. I meat Pudge. I get the ride out to the show. Giannis goes on stage. Nigga, it got to be 10 o'clock now. It's 11 o'clock rolls around. 12 o'clock rolls around.
No.
My phone is dying and it's ringing.
Mama worried.
Worried.
Yeah.
Where you at? Like, you know how you see her name on the display and you can hear her yelling?
Yeah. You're like, I shouldn't answer this,
So
but
I'm
she gonna think I'm dead.
I don't want, right.
Yeah.
I want to think I'm dead. So I answer the phone. What's up? Where you at? I'm still down here. I think it was Play Lounge. Play Lounge. Play Lounge, you better stop playing. You got to test in the morning. Right?
Play Loud, you better stop playing. Your mom got bars.
Oh, yeah. That's where I get that part of it from. Definitely.
That's wild.
But I said, well, I'm waiting for Giannis Pop. She said, I don't give a fuck about Giannis Papa on stage. You need to tell him to hurry the fuck up. So
I don't give a fuck if it's Giannis Papa's Big Papa. I don't give a fuck who daddy it is.
Come home. So now I'm off to the side, nigga, standing there like, oh man, you know, y'all gotta. But I can't say shit because I can't be like,
well, y'all
gotta, right? I can't be like, well, y'all gotta tell Giannis to get off stage.
Somebody run me home.
I got home at 3 in the morning, my nigga.
That's wild.
I got home at 3 in the morning, and that was like, you know, it was fine, but just coming into the house, you felt weird. But then starting on the scene and then meeting people that were around my age, it made that part of it a lot better because it was hard to feel like you had any friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, these people are older, and then you feel like these folks don't respect me. And then, you know, coming in with the stage name, there were some people that even got the wrong idea. I remember somebody that I'm friends with now said to me, man, you know, I used to think you were so cocky. And I said, well, you never talked to me.
Yeah.
Your thoughts versus
the reality of knowing me.
Speaking to me are two very different things, bro. You know what I'm saying? I treat everybody the same. Always been the same on that, just because that's how I was raised. I don't care where you come from. I don't care how much money you got. You cool, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Most of the times, like somebody asked me recently, you know, I keep my headphones on all the time, right? I'm at a show. Homie didn't mean any harm. He was literally just asking, right? Just make conversation. So he was like, yeah, you good? I said, yeah, man, I'm good. I'm going around, you know what I'm saying, bopping, but I always do that.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you ever see me out anywhere, you see me with my headphones on, understand. I'm so chill.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super
It's a PSA. Neko White's a nice guy.
I'm super chilling, fam. Super
Yeah.
chill. It's never that
He
serious.
probably just listening to Lil Wayne.
That's
oh, God.
literally all I'm doing. That's literally
I know
all
my
I'm doing.
brother. So he's doing.
Bro,
He's
you
listening to Wayne.
should see these fucking people sometimes. My
He's
nigga.
so mad.
It gets so annoying because, like, you know how, like, sometimes you want to play around too, right? And people take you serious. It's like, no, motherfucker, I was in a car accident when I was younger. I hit this side. I don't smile all the time, automatically. But no, I'm not stern. I'm not mean. You need to relax.
You know, it's crazy. We actually have opposite effects because my natural energy is a little bit more like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's the energy I have. When I'm actually upset and being serious, motherfuckers be like, yo, what's wrong with Babbitt? I'm like, nah. People are disrespecting me, so I'm not gonna be fun. Like, fun is, I'm in a good mood, but it's also, you know, to share these moments, it's earned, both sides.
Both sides.
It's earned, my respect is earned, my fun is earned.
Right.
And you just gotta have this conversation with me. And that
100.
You've always been very transparent with how not only how you want people to perceive you, but then also how you give out your energy. Like selective, but in a good way. Like, oh yeah, I'm not just gonna do this for everybody. If we friends, show me.
And you know what that come from, bro? Honestly, is that we all do this, right? And doing it for the time that I've done it, you get to learn some things. The one thing I have now that I've never had like I have now is perspective, right?
Okay.
So to understand that everybody's working. You know what I mean? Even when you make your friends in this thing, everybody's working. You don't see each other a lot, right? What's it mean to actually keep in contact with your friends? What does it mean to actually be friends with people that are entertainers? Can you sift out the people that are your coworkers from the people that are your friends?
Actual friends.
And some of these folks will make it hard for you to trust anybody because you see how they talk about each other.
It was like, Jesus Christ, I thought they was cool.
But on some real shit.
Yeah. So
it was stuff like that I saw, and I was like, I'm not going to be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll never hear a story about there was insert name here, and it was me in the back talking shit about insert comedian. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen too many times and thought it was shitty.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen too many times with people that you think are cool with each other, that you know to be cool with each other.
They were friends.
And you hear how they talk about one another when they're not with each other, and you go, oh, that's so weird because y'all smile on each other's face.
Yeah.
I always promised myself I'd never do that.
I'd never be that, and
you know,
and that resonates at least what I can see based off what I've seen over the years, that resonates very well in your character overall.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I want to know, just because to answer a question that kind of inspired this whole show, and I like asking every guest that I have, what exactly do you think is your writing style?
My writing style.
Yeah, because a lot of people have asked me. They don't understand. They ask me what my writing style is, and I know how I write. I know I'm kind of a lot more spontaneous. Yeah. I talk to the audience. What is your thing?
So, all right. Fuck it, here we go. So again, this is like sports for me. So I don't know what your favorite thing is, but me, I always like punching, right? And I like speed too. I've always naturally talked really fast, right? A lot of times I have to slow myself down. So when it comes to stand-up, I like to write like almost as much as possible. If I have a topic, I want to strain that motherfucker as much as I can. So my bits are usually longer, right? I'm naturally long-winded. So after that, it's like, okay, how can I keep this to where if it is long, it's still punchy, right?
Okay.
To where I'm still hitting every whatever couple of seconds. And I kind of, you know how you listen to music? Like you like bars? I love bars. So I like for you to have like a little line here, a little line there, a little line here. I like taking you up. I like bringing you down. I like taking you up again, bringing you down. It used to be I could sit down and take a notebook and fill it like that. You know what I'm saying? Just taking it out.
You just sit like you sit in a coffee shop or something, like
coffee
you work
shop,
like that?
house. Nigga, I used to make it romantic in my house.
You lighting candles?
Straight up. Lighting candles, R. Kelly, TP2 playing. You know? You can't do that anymore. I listen to other shit now.
It's all Miguel. I swear to God.
You know all Miguel. Nah, he let drop the chick. So nah, it can't be him either. But somebody y'all not mad at. But like I used to just turn on the music and go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go throughout the day and take an index card or something, whatever I could write on, and take a bullet point. Okay, write that down, go home, and then flesh it out. And then I'd always try to try something like the next day. So if I had something new and I really liked it, okay, I need to try this one thing here. And then if I had another thing that I ain't tried yet, I need to take this, try this here, so on and so forth, because I always wanted to keep a fresh set. I never wanted anybody to come see me and they paid money and they said, oh, well, we got the exact same show.
Where'd that come from?
That just came from like doing it in school and understanding quick that, oh, they heard this yesterday. Shit, okay, and I don't have anything new to say to this.
Yeah.
All right, I need something else.
Yeah.
I need something else. So I never wanted them to just stare at me. And I didn't mind, and I don't mind it not working to its fullest effect if I know what I'm going for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My whole thing once I learned how to be a professional comedian is that you're never going to see me lose technique. You'll never see that. You'll never see me be unprofessional. There's never been a time.
You just break and be like, fuck this audience, you guys are trash.
I've never been that type. I've never been the type to blame the audience, and I hate that to this day because I was somebody that had to come through, how do I put this? I had to come through all the spots, right? So no matter where you saw me, no matter what club you see me in, I came at the bottom.
Yeah.
You know what
you
I'm
did
saying?
the check spots.
I did all that.
Yeah.
I did all that. And I did the check spots back when I was doing those, right? And to folks that don't know what that is, it's basically when you play cleanup, right? So it was a position that they would give to the young comics back at the time. And I remember at Stand Up New York, I was probably the highest paid check spot comedian ever. Why do
you got paid for the checks?
Motherfucking right. And the way I did it wasn't that they were paying me for the checks.
Yeah.
No, the check spot didn't get paid. But think about the chances that you take. I don't know that this could work for anybody else. It worked for me because I had the audacity to try it.
Yeah.
I would do my checks, and I was always the kind of person where if I asked for something, I only asked for it once I thought I was up to par with
To deserve it.
to deserve it.
Okay.
Right? I always try to play as patient as I could. And I would hear the effect, right? Because I always felt like stand-up could be measured. So you hear the effect being the laughs, the applause breaks, all that stuff, right? And it's like, okay, well, if they're getting that in whatever amount of time, if I can get that in my amount of time, then
I should be able to get what they're getting.
I should be able to get what they're getting if I'm given more time, right? So now it's like, okay, well, if you ain't giving me the time, I do all the circuits. I don't just do the clubs. I don't just do the rooms. I don't just do the indie. I do all of them. So if I wasn't getting it here, I could get it here. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't getting shows at the comedy clubs, I can go to the rooms.
I'll just go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you ain't giving me what I need here, I'm going to go and get it everywhere else because I have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, this facilitates
Life.
my life.
Yes.
This keeps my lights on. This keeps food in my fridge,
I can't
food
get
in my mom's
selective
fridge.
because
I can't see, and it's that. It's like I can't be selective, especially back then. It's like I can't be selective and I can't wait on y'all.
Yeah.
If I let you tell me, you'll be like, you got 30 years. It's like, no, I have to get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in your getting to it, you see some things that don't make sense. You're like, well, let's make this make sense. So I would do Stand Up New York, and Sean, I think homie's on Young and the Restless now.
hilarious.
Right?
Yes.
He was the bartender there.
Okay.
And after my checks, I would go up and be like, hey man, can I get a glass? Motherfucker, give me a glass. Swear to God, I would take a $1 bill. Throw it in that shit.
For the finesse, mind games.
Look, after I was done, I was saying on stage, look, I'm the only one not getting paid tonight. If you enjoyed me, I'll be standing right over there with a cup, throw in whatever you thought I deserved. And them old white women. Used to bring, I'm talking like, you know how it is. You a fucking kid.
Yeah.
You see a $50 bill and boom.
Woo.
I be leaving out, counting my paper, looking at the comics that were like booked on the show, count their money going, bitch.
That's hilarious.
Right? So now that's then. That's
Yes.
like, I'm 15, 16, no, I'm lying. I'm like 16, 17.
So it might be like 2-3 years in at this point.
About that long. So now, you asked me about my writing process. I remember the first joke that I felt like
This is a joke. I'm winning here.
And this is something like you all wouldn't know about me, but when I'm writing and I came up with some shit that I really like when Diddy hang up that phone.
Yo, I imitated that. That shit is so cold to me.
That's me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's me. I'm telling you. Oh man, I'm telling you.
I'm the greatest ever.
Well, not the greatest ever. But
I know what you mean.
It's more of like, I can't wait till these motherfuckers hear this. You gonna stop playing with me. You gonna stop playing with me. You gonna stop playing with me.
That wrestler come out of you. The wrestler in your heart. Neko White wanted to be a wrestler. Forget it all.
Oh man, so bad. So bad. But no, it's just like, you want to make something dope, do something dope, so that when they see it, they enjoy it. That's my biggest fucking pleasure.
Yes.
If I make something that the people that like me like, that's all that matters to me. Mm-hmm. And even from early on, I always understood and always appreciated the fact that people don't have to do anything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate more than anything the motherfuckers that fuck with my thing. You know what I mean? You want that number to be bigger than what it is, no matter what it is.
Of course.
But after all this time, and I look at some of the people that are still, still supporting, that have been out to shows that aren't fucking from here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To be able to leave and go to other states and be able to have people show up now. Yeah. To know what that's like. Because I know when it wasn't that.
When it was empty.
Nobody
knew you, and not only nobody knew you, the comics didn't even know you. Mm-hmm. And you got to earn your keep, and it's a long process.
It's a process. Mm-hmm. Like I never got too caught up on, oh, this is how young you are. People got caught up in that shit. Yeah. I didn't. Because it was like, again, too many people my age were dead.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Real. Nah, it's just some real shit. I got too many shirts with wax, paintings of my friends on.
You got a collage,
I got nigga, that shit look like an obituary. MySpace top 5.
It's just a sad H&M. Would you like a James and a medium?
Basically. But I can't complain as far as the art side of it all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel really comfortable in that. And these days, the writing process has changed. Mm-hmm. I can't say that I'll just sit down for 8 hours and write some whole shit. My hand will start hurting a little quicker these days. Okay. Right? But I can take it now and have a subject and just go.
Do you feel like your mind is a little sharper at this point in the career, so that's why it's easier?
I don't know that it's easier. I feel like my mind is sharper. I also feel like my mind is the most jumbled it's ever been, right? Because and when I say jumbled, I mean like there's so much I want to say. There's so many topics that I want to touch. Yeah. Now, how do I touch them in, because I always work for an hour, right? So this 15 minutes, this 15 minutes, this 20, this 20. I'm trying to get all that shit to match up to each other to make something solid. Mm-hmm. It's about an hour long, and I want whoever to see it to say a couple things. I want them to say, it's bad motherfucking, that's some sharp shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Fire. I want you to leave going, that's some sharp shit. I hope I took you to a different place that you didn't see. I hope I took your perspective to some place that you didn't see it going. You know what I mean? Or even if you saw it going that way, I got you there in a way that you didn't expect to get there. Yeah. That's what I hope.
You've always had a very interesting, you get actually honestly given me a perspective on comedy time that early on, where we're talking about, I think might have been one of my earlier times on the road. And he was like, how much time can you do? I actually tell this to younger comics now who ask me, I was like, I got this advice from Neko White where you said, all right, because I think I might have said like 20 minutes, 30 minutes or something like that. And you like, all right, but how much time can you do when they don't like you?
Yeah.
Like you just had to say it verbatim. You got to go through these words. Mm-hmm. How much time do you actually have? And that's honestly, when I go on the road or when I'm working on like my new sets, I always remember like, all right, how many of these bits can I do? And they don't like it at all. Like I go down to the bare minimum. Yeah. And can I still like get them going? Right. Then I'm like, all right, this.
You know who I got that from? Donnell Rollins.
Wow, you know comedy works like that.
And that somebody asked me the other day, they hit me up on IG and was like, how much would it cost for look, man, I know that people like do comedy classes and stuff like that, and that's no disrespect to them, but advice should be free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm on, mind you, trust me, I'm all for making $1.
With the Zoom?
Trust me. But I just don't feel like I don't feel like that part is right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like if you can get, comics love to talk, bro. We ain't had nothing planned. You know what I'm saying? We done been here for about an hour already.
Yeah.
Whoever you talking to next, it's gonna be late. I'm sorry. Whoever you got after this, I'm gonna go over time. But I say all that just to say that you can get the advice for free, because all people can tell you is what they know from what they've seen. I was in Laugh Lounge one day. I don't know, I think Donnell just came into the city. So he was upstairs, I'm upstairs looking over material, getting ready to go downstairs. He came over, he goes, "Hey, yo, how much time can you do naked?" Huh?
Naked? That sound freaky.
Right. And you know, I'm from Harlem, so like, and this
Pause.
is immediately.
Yeah.
That's why I want to jump to, but it's like, I'm the little nigga in this situation,
Yeah.
so I'm like,
What do you mean? Do I have to take my clothes off?
so I was like, what do you mean? Because he asked me how much time can you do, and I said 30, right? And sometimes people think that you over like jumping.
Shit.
No. That's how much time I had because I always counted my time.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is I would get it home because I didn't have a day job, right? Stand up is the day job. Stand up is the job. So I treated it like that. And I said, okay, I'm gonna take my jokes and I'm gonna figure out just how much stuff is here, right? And I do them. Just me and myself, do them. Okay, the whole set, everything I got, that's 45 minutes. All right, now let me do it the way that it works when I do it. Do all the jokes the way that they work, then see how much time I got. All right, that was about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So this is like 17 going 18, 18 going 19, one of those. And he asked me that, I say 30. He goes, nah, how much time can you do naked? Or what you mean? How much time can you do when they not fucking with you? And I thought about it. And again, you talking to somebody that's like, you dumb and you
like
you come correct, right?
Yeah.
Because my answer was still 30, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I sat back like, oh, well, like 15. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I always kept to that, to where I'm gonna do my job. You know what I'm saying? I got more than enough material. More than enough. Whatever amount of time you book me for, I got you. But it's just knowing that you know that I got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being confident that you can drop me off anywhere. You drop me off in any type of situation.
I can feature, I can host, I can
but
open.
That, yeah. But more so, you're gonna get the work.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the work, and I ain't gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? That's not me going, oh, I'm gonna stand them up every time. No. But I'm gonna do me every time. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
And that's and I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna change it for like, oh, this audience gets this type of me, this one. No. You both gonna get me.
What I got.
I don't gotta change it. Right? Because if it can work here, it should be able to work here. That's something else that I learned from watching guys like Donnell Rollins, watching folks like Mike Yard. You know what I'm saying? It was the energy of, well, you can't just be in one place.
Nah.
You gotta be everywhere.
Yeah.
If you can do a comedy club, then you better be able to do this fucking room where nobody wanted to see this show.
Now, do you feel like, and just, inside the artistry, but then also regular life, do you feel like as a black artist, that is something that is kind of instilled in us? Or do you feel like is that an old school way of thinking? Is that new? Is that a black artist thing? Or is that just what you took in? You know what I mean?
It could be a bunch of things. Multiple things can be true at once, right? So I'll say for what I've seen, I think it's more of a, it has to be more of a thing for us as far as like, the comedian and any comedian would tell you that you want to kill in every kind of room, right?
Yeah.
You can be a mainstream success and never have a black audience.
Yes.
You understand? Being mainstream doesn't have anything usually to do with us, right? Usually when they speak on our success, it's an urban success, whatever the fuck that means.
Goofy ass word.
Right?
Yeah.
So because of that, you had to know, even you starting comedy. You started in what? If it's 10 years ago, that's 2011. So you started in 11, you understood that you can't just do what they call the urban rooms. You can't just do the black rooms because there's not a lot of industry like there used to be in those rooms.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you also know that you can't just do the clubs because they're their own monster in and of themselves.
Different energies.
Right. So you know that, okay, I got to be able to master both of those things. I have to.
Yeah.
Not that you want, you have to.
Gotta figure it out, yo.
You got to
figure
because
it out.
there's no how you say, or at least there was no current Def Jam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was no modern Comic View. Those avenues aren't there. So you gotta know how to kill in those environments and also know that you gotta know how to navigate in these environments too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that, how do I put this? It's that weird conundrum of if you don't do everything, they'll act like you did nothing.
Yeah, it's whenever they catch you slipping in the game, I agree. They catch you slipping when they like, oh, see, I told you, blah, like whatever it is. If like I don't know if this is every artist, but I can at least say from my experience and maybe from your, as a black artist, if you're a black artist that has a lot of energy, they try to find a thing. They be like, oh, you don't write.
Yeah.
When you start writing, they be like, well, you can't write backwards. Like it's always you just gotta have skills.
Oh man, I done heard all types of bullshit. It's just because you're young. Okay.
Then you get older. It's cause
then you get older. It's like,
yeah.
Well, you're still young.
Yeah, I'm gonna be young forever.
It's like, nigga, I'm almost 30, bro.
Yo, the minute I started paying, that's one thing, and this might just be me, you could bond on this, dog. The minute I started paying taxes,
man,
anytime someone called me young, I was like, you watch your mouth, I'm a grown man.
Man, when I started paying like the bill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you talk to people you know they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how you are with this, but I never much presented myself as somebody that went through shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't tell you all that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing terrible, you ain't gonna know. You know what I'm saying? When I'm doing great, you ain't gonna know. I keep it in my happy little medium, right? But sometimes when you do that, people will write your story around you. I remember somebody telling me, what did they say? They're telling me about an opportunity that I got, but they were telling me how I got it. And their story was fucked up. They're like, yeah, so I know you got, what they said? So yeah, you got Montreal. That's because you won the Carolines competition, right? Huh? Those two things don't even correlate, my nigga.
They just so happen to happen.
They just so happen to happen.
Yeah.
Just so happen to be 2016.
Yeah.
What do you, ask me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You don't gotta assume.
Yeah.
Motherfucker comment came up to me once, is like, yeah, so Neko, you grew up in a single parent household. I don't even know you.
I got both my parents.
Both my parents.
You watch your mouth.
Sandy and Mike right here. What do you?
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah. I'll get that with like when I say I'm from Brooklyn, I'll get the so you grew up in like a drug neighborhood. And I kind of go with, I was like, yeah, there was crime, but I more mean it in the sense of there was kind of crime everywhere.
There's crime everywhere.
Yeah.
That shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I wasn't, but I always preface it as like, I grew up in the hood for sure, grew up in Tompkins Projects. I never discredit that.
Yeah.
But I am not a hood kid.
Yeah.
I was just in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like you have similar energies. Like no one.
Dog. I'm not the tough guy. I mind my business.
Yeah.
Shit, even I mind my business.
Even when things got crazier, I
mind
mind
my business.
I was in the hood playing Pokemon,
Yep.
listening to Dragon Ball Z and
Yep.
Disney Channel. I was doing all of that shit. I was
Yep.
just in this building.
Yep. I've been this way this whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talking this type of shit. If you get me, you know what I'm saying, to where we can talk some shit. Oh, it's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing. I love to kick back and talk some shit. It's really my favorite thing.
I love it, bro.
It's really my favorite thing.
I love it, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
have more fun. You know what I mean? As far as writing process, I have my shit. I know the stuff that I want to try. I know the perspective that I'm trying to get out. And I try to come at it with this energy. Look at it this way. Right? If you go through my act, no matter what year you find it, that's always what I try to do. And I always hated this thing of you can't say anything. I hate that shit. It's a lie. You just don't know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? You think about the audiences that we in front of, right? That are all the time, they're called sensitive, this and that. Then you think about the shit that we're actually saying. You're going, but I'm getting away with this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's really getting better as a comedian is getting better at your own personal art of communication.
Whatever your thing is.
Yeah, because you can talk, like you've seen,
Yeah.
the hoodest of hood, the uppity of uppity,
Yep.
like whatever the extremes are, there's a comedian that exists in that world.
Yep.
And that does it at the most like profound level. Like you can get a Seinfeld versus a Cedric the Entertainer.
Yes.
Different, but both masters at their own voice.
And there needs to be more appreciation for what you just said.
Yeah.
The mastery of somebody's own voice. All comics don't have to be the same. This fucking, this attitude, like one type is so much better than the other. Like the person that talks about shit is so much better than the person that's silly. Or the person that's silly is so much funnier than the person that's serious. It's bullshit.
Nah.
The area of effect is measured within the laughs.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, it's different.
Yeah.
That's why it's dope. You can compare apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Some people gonna prefer apples. Some people gonna prefer oranges. As long as you understand they both taste great. You trying to rap us?
Are we good?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, no. We got a sign from the cameraman. He was stretching. We got all nervous.
Okay.
But well, I'll actually this last question because one, I've had a great time, and I know we could do this forever. We've had so many great conversations, bro. Something to tell like the audience. This is something I want to continue as we do this show. If we tell either a comedian that wants to be like is going to be inspired by this moment, a comedian, a younger version of you, another artist who might just watch this. If you could give any like gem of advice, whether it be comedically or life, that you just feel like is important to give them, what would it be? That's your cameraman.
All right. If I could give any artist that's within my archetype that I give some advice to, I would say this. And I'm speaking to anybody that's like younger me. Understand that your destination is going to be your destination regardless. And that to get to your destination, you're going to have to go through whatever your own bullshit is, right? Go through that. Go through that, enjoy it, appreciate the perspective that comes from it, and understand that that doesn't define you. You are what you said you are. Go out there and prove to them who you are, even when they act like they can't believe what you are, because that's how good you are.
My man, that's fire. That's fire. Look at so Campbell gonna be on the other side. Oh! Oh! I'm the greatest!
Hope so. I hope so. And motherfucker, if you have that, I hope to meet you one day.
Neko White just told me. Yeah. That's so funny. Brother, man, thank you so much. For real. Sincerely, man.
Y'all make sure y'all keep supporting Babbitt, nigga. Yeah. Make sure y'all keep supporting Babbitt. And put a name on this show, nigga.
We will.
So we can have
We're going to add it right now. Watch, this is going to be a name.
We're going to call this Risky with Alex Babbitt. The unvaccinated with AB. This nigga got me here in a Brooklyn death trap. What the fuck is going on?
Cut the camera.
Don't cut nothing off. I'm tired of this shit. Got niggas with afros sitting behind cameras looking at niggas. Nah,
we out of here. Man. Yo, for real, thank you so much, man.
I appreciate you. Man.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. Hey guys, thank y'all for watching Behind the Mic Stand. If y'all enjoyed it, as I think you did, because you made it to the end, like, subscribe, make sure you hit that notification button so you hear the subscriptions and shit. You know how it works. Just like it. Stop skipping this part and do it right now. What? Somewhere right here. I think it's right here.